Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to the saadcast, where we talk about all of the T3 drama and all of the shitters in it, including us. Today, I'm joined by Elias, otherwise known as R6 Sale on Twitter, and Sam, or S4M R6S. And today, we wanted to talk about all of the drama that we've seen in the last week or so. And yeah, Sam, take it up.
Hi everyone, I am Sam, also known as S4M, and today we'll be talking about all the shit that has gone on in T3. And our main
It's
topic
a
for
lot of
today,
shit. It's a lot of shit.
our main
A lot of
topic for
re-listens,
today has got to be Rexavy. So
I'm
much
sure y'all have
going
all
on with
seen it
Rexavy.
around.
There's
Um,
the money stealing, there's the completely going dark and just fucking whatever on Twitter, shooting up invite, all that.
yeah,
And
he kind of
even before
animorphed
that, it was
into a
him trying to get into
16-year-old
pro
girl.
pens.
Yeah,
What'd you say?
go ahead, Elias.
Well, the thing is right, like, we're dogging on Rex Heavy. We don't all know the entire situation, so me personally, I'm just going to josh around about it. I don't know everything about it. I'm not going to claim to. What I will say, though, is going full dark and not just owning up to your mistakes. I don't know, man. That's kind of fucking... I don't know. That's strange. I do think that it would be best to lay off the guy a little bit, because if he's going this fucking ooh gaga over getting called out for stealing, then I'm not saying that anything's gonna happen in an invite. I'm just saying that he might harm himself or people around him, and that's not something we should allow to happen in the Siege community, regardless of how bad someone fucks up.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree.
Say,
I'm gonna have to agree
yeah,
with Elias
my
here.
prediction is that this all blows over in like a month, 2 months, and everything will be fine with him. He's a good player, no doubt. He's on Team Rose. Just sometimes things can get a little like I get it. Like everyone's gonna be on someone. Like everyone always looking for someone to be on. Like Rex, if he's really not helping his case, like with the gunner thing, like the clippy, like that's not gonna help him. Like, come on, bro.
I think that people as a whole in this community, I myself included, and for anyone else listening, know the consequences of your actions and treat people right accordingly.
Yeah.
For anyone that knows me, they know that I haven't always been the best at that. But what we can all admit here is that if you fuck up, own up to your mistakes, don't cry about it. And for the love of God, don't hit the point where you're having a schizophrenic breakdown on Twitter.
Yeah.
Definitely.
At that point, you know something's gone wrong, especially when MFs are mocking you and making lists saying they're gonna go shoot up invite in your name.
No, dude, I'm just
Like that
saying
shit is whack, bro.
the moment you start getting clowned on by fucking pro league players and T2 players, that's raps.
Bro, did you guys get added to that list?
I got added to a list by um some MF last night, bro. I was fearing my life.
No,
It
I'm
was
just on Mystic's sex list.
I'm on
Yo,
Mystic
what's
and
up?
Hazmat.
Yeah, nah, bro. We all catching the fucking long
Yes,
dick
sir.
treatment.
Yo, speaking of Mystic, we should
Yeah,
talk. We
speaking
should
of
talk about
Mystic,
Mystic getting
yo,
grounded and the
let's
whole North Coast
Grounded.
roster getting dropped.
shout out to OK Mystic, bro. He's posting bangers on Twitter. It definitely is a bad situation for him with the tweet of the North Coast Esports. Definitely North Coast Esports social media manager needs to immediately, effective today, replace the Disrupt Gaming social media manager. That's my
On
take.
That
God,
guy deserves a raise.
it's straight up depressing that a T3 org, and nothing against North Coast, you're right, by the way, but like a T3 org who has a better social media manager than fucking Disrupt.
Yeah, bro. Disrupt Gaming has like 200,000
Oh
Twitter
no, they
followers.
dropped below 200,000, by the way. Motherfuckers started unfollowing.
Oh my god,
Hashtag
bro.
Gold
Fucking
Rush, baby
hilarious.
girl.
Yeah, but they had like 200 something followers, 200,000 something followers. North Coast Esports has definitely below 500, right? Something like that,
I
below
don't know. Their
500.
latest tweet about the roster drop actually kind of blew up. So
Yeah, it had 1,000 likes and like 100 retweets and like Suzaki retweeted X.
North Coast
Those
GG
guys.
282 North Coast, y'all are doing fucking great, by the way.
Your social media manager needs to get a salary. That dude's legend.
They
Yeah, no,
definitely do.
yeah, no. Like, you got fucking Suzaku saying that you're up there with SSG and DZ. Okay? Y'all keep doing what you're doing. And for future reference, Mystic, don't get grounded. Thank you.
Bro, Mystic's gonna be minor setback for major comeback, bro.
He's gonna.
Oh no, I say that, and then I know that when he comes back, he's probably gonna slam my shit. But
He's gonna be doing CL quals in his living room. Wait for it.
he's gonna be doing CL quals off the fucking. He's gonna be in a Zoom call doing CL qual.
Bro, I'm gonna be doing CL calls from my dorm room.
Yeah, from your dorm room. Dude, did you get held
I'm doing
back?
this podcast from my dorm room.
How the fuck? Okay, so now we need next topic. Next
topic. Okay, we have AGN and Omega CL quals and the shitty ass admins.
Okay.
Oh my
Let's talk about Omega first, because Elias and I took place in Omega. We qualified for Bravo, but it was probably one of the thank you. It was probably one of the worst experiences I've ever had. We played one match in a span of maybe 6 or 7 hours.
One match. Mind you, this match, we went through it quick, too. It was 7-1, and we're waiting to get to our next match. Albeit, we were not the best team in that bracket by a long shot. But, regardless, having to wait 6-7 hours for your next match, like, we had to wait another day just for us to verse Amarok and then get our fucking teeth kicked in. You know? Like, I would have preferred getting that over that day and having the next day to actually be able to do shit. But, no, the way it was scheduled and handled was very poor. What I will say about that, though, is a bit of sympathy for some of the admins. I know they were working extremely hard. There were a few teams, I won't name them, but there were a few teams that gave the admins a ton of shit. And,
from what I heard, like, apparently someone's Moss didn't run, it wasn't working. And they apparently, I think this is true, don't quote me on this, but they offered to like stream it, like through Twitter, stream his POV point of view, and like the admins just wouldn't take it. Like
the
other team, like they didn't say he was cheating. Like they never said anything.
They did. It was just because the Moss files weren't turned in.
It's just because the Moss files were like corrupt or something. But the admins just would not take it. So like they would not give him the rig.
I do. Me, Sam, and Saad, or rather, I know the team that it happened to, right? Like,
right. Yeah, me too.
It was blatantly just fucking them over, and again, not coming at Omega CL or anything, but there was definite bias in the way that situation was handled.
Okay, there was.
I think, in my personal opinion, the way that it was, like the team that it happened to, they could have handled it. Like they didn't have to like go on Twitter and just like spam the admins DM, because they have to like deal with like so many teams in these quals, and then there's just this one thing that's just like eating at them.
Yeah, I think that was the biggest problem, them just dogging on the admins and the admins having enough of the shit because they were already putting up with other people's bullshit. And then they're like, okay, well, if you're just going to keep annoying us, you can just literally just fuck off. And
like these admins are taking like time out of their days to like do this,
and they're probably not getting paid for it.
Probably not getting paid. Just like,
and if they are, it's not much.
Yeah, exactly. Like just like they're doing their best so that you can play the game and you can.
But with that being said, what I know from obviously Omega CL used to be WBPL. WBPL was up there with the T3 leagues, and people knew who they were. And I mean, it was up there in comparison to some. Now it's not. It's not where it used to be. But these are all admins that are used, and I would pray to God that most of them are used to running a league with this format and everything.
Right.
But at the same time, like, you've got teams in the Alpha division, like you've got fucking Akara, Homeland, Unreal Nightmare Unreal Nightmare main team, and then you've also got like Wichita Wolves. Like, those are fucking good teams, right? And they're in the Alpha division, and as the owners of the league, you're going to help these top T3 teams improve and have a good season where they can play for some money before they either A, decide to try for CL, or while they're waiting for CL because they might be underage, right? If you're going to be dealing with this type of shit, you need to make sure it's smooth. You need to make sure that everything's going to go fine, and if that means upping the staffing, then that's what you got to do. I don't know the exact admin or like staff count for Omega CL, but what I do know is there needs to be more and they need to make sure that the admins have a clear understanding of how everything should work and be ran, but that they're also not biased against teams. And they need to be consistent with their punishments. Because I'm not going to throw out names or anything, but from the situation from earlier, the team that got fucked over by Moss and everything, they should definitely be in the league in place of the team that got their spot. They should definitely have been in the league. They were a good team. They won the match decisively, mind you. But I don't know. Omega CL needs to make changes to the way that it's running things with its admins, and they need to be consistent with the way they handle their punishments.
It is a two-way road, though. Like if you're expecting them to respect you and be unbiased towards everyone, it has to work from the other side where you are respecting the admins and handling things professionally, because you're not going to get anywhere just being a dickhead to people who are trying to help you.
You're right, right? And this goes back to earlier, right? This is just a fucking life lesson. Don't be a fucking asshole.
Thank you.
Don't be a fucking asshole, right? Because if you're mistreating, whether it be the enemy team or the admins or some shit, all that does is fuck with you, and it's gonna bite you in the ass. So for the love of God, even if you have a fucking problem with someone, keep your mouth shut. At the end of the day, this is a fucking video game, and I include myself in this majority, but 90% of the people in T3 here are never going to go anywhere with it. Enjoy the time you have here. Be kind to people.
That's very true. That's a good take, Elias. But like, while we're on the topic of admins, quals, AGN, which is a much bigger league.
Oh yes, this is beyond just Siege. This
in my opinion, you're right. You're right, but in my opinion, AGN, which is a much bigger league, definitely deserves more criticism than WBPL or Omega CL because of how big they are and how big of their fuck up was. So
yeah, they've got more influence for sure. The fucking AGN is out the drain, in my opinion.
Okay.
Like, yeah, AGN, no.
You can have the highest prize pools and everything. You can have the best competition, but like, you know what? Like I said, no name, no shame, none of that shit. What I will say is the people that are running it are, oh my god.
Let's explain what happened first, just for anyone that doesn't know, and then we can talk about it.
Okay. Saad, Sam, take it away.
You Saad.
I'm not that educated on this issue. I just know.
Okay, all right.
Oh, we need to cut this part.
Okay, so what I know, I am definitely not an expert on this topic, but what I've heard is that there was a team that had to so there was like a hurricane and someone like needed a sub, right? And the admins just did not allow a sub, and they like made them prove that they it was just such a shitty situation for that team that like worked really hard to be in the quals. They won games, and now they're here and they need a sub because this unfortunate natural like situation. And then the admins are just fucking them over. Like, just be a compassionate human being. Like, understand that shit happens. It's not like he's lying. Like, why would any team want a sub in this situation? It's not like they're gonna bring in a cheater. Like, what? Like, come on.
Well, this is coming from the same league organization that hosted a LAN event during COVID-19.
During the worst part of COVID.
Right, and it's the same guy and everything. If you're asking someone to prove that their power went out because of a fucking hurricane, and you're going to get on their ass about it, and you're to prove that there was a hurricane, bro, what the fuck do you want him to do? Install a new cell tower?
Yeah, exactly. Like, that blows my mind. That blows my mind.
And regardless of whether or not he was truly, inside the fucking hurricane, if his power went out and it was due to shit that he could not control and he won't be coming back, just fucking let him have a sub in. You know? Like make the sub have their moss, make the previous player upload their moss at some point, if possible, right? Make sure everything's on an even playing field. But holy shit.
I mean,
really? DQing someone because a fucking natural disaster knocked their power out?
It's also like they weren't asking for the match to be moved back by 5 days or something like that. They literally just wanted to put a sub in, not even move the match. Like, they were willing to be cooperative and everything, and they just said nope.
I think that it was like an emergency sub, right? It wasn't like a sub that they had like already there, because then the AGN admins would have allowed it. I think it was like an outside person. It was against the rules. I'm pretty sure. That's. I definitely could be wrong, because
all I'm gonna say is AGN can fucking get the fuck out.
Yeah, AGN's done. That was bad. Those calls were a disaster. But like on the topic of like league admins and like, and I've also heard for the AGN calls, like teams that had to wait a while for their games too. Like, and I heard about the same thing in Upsurge, like Upsurge playoffs, like those are the playoffs. It's not even quals. Teams are waiting like hours for their matches when they're supposed to be scheduled. Like,
and these are best of threes, by the way.
Yeah, right. Like I mean, like I said, I am trying to show compassion for the admins. Like, they are taking time out of their days to do this, and like, you can't have perfection. Everyone in the Siege community expects perfection from the devs, from everybody. It really pisses me off, but it's like, come on, some of this stuff's avoidable.
It's not feasible for every situation to turn out perfect, and that's why I really ask, especially with, like, or at least here in the U.S., because we've done a horrible job with it. Fucking, like, we've got COVID and shit going on. People are academically, a large portion of T3 is starting up another year of education points in their lives, right? It's a high stress environment, regardless of the game. Just don't be please, for the love of God, treat people fairly.
Yeah,
a little bit of communication goes a long way. I say that while I've been sitting here shit talking AGM for the past 15 minutes. I don't fucking care.
It's all good, but if we want the underage Siege scene to like actually flourish and seem like a decent, just like set of leagues or whatever, we need cooperation from all the players, all the leagues. It's always back to this one thing where like a little bit of respect, a little bit of courtesy, it'll go a long way, and it'll actually improve the health of us, of like our leagues, and just the quality of T3 and the underage scene. It's something to keep in mind.
Yeah, because this scene itself, the American T3 scene, we get fucked over pretty hard compared to EU, right? If we want our scene to truly breed T2 and T1 level players, like we've already got a few, right? Like you've got the old Oblivion roster. Kanzen just joined United, right? Like it's there, but it's not at the point. Like I don't want the same players in Pro League right now to be around, and this is nothing against them, right? But for the sake of the game, I don't want these same fucking old heads to be in the game 4 years from now and never let anyone else come up and try shit.
Yeah, I completely agree with you.
And if we're going to be doing that, then these leagues need to get their shit together. The players need to start respecting each other regardless of skill level and actually work together to improve.
Right. It's a lot to ask, because keep in mind, everyone's a fucking teenager. Everyone's egotistical, even if they don't want to admit it. Yeah. But, it is what it is. But while we're on the topic of admins, I gotta say, the admins in the 10 mans for all server were pretty good. And 10 mans were like a thing for, I don't know if they're still alive now, but they were a thing. They were like really, really, really good.
You haven't been able to play. The 10 man server is doing good right now.
It's still doing good? Yeah. Like those admins are like, I understand like most of those admins are fucking players and really good players, but God, why can't the admins in the leagues be like that? They responded like really well to most things. So,
and obviously everyone's gonna have their own different stories and complaints. Like we're just speaking from our experience. I think that the 10 man server, if there's gonna be, because 10 man's at the end of the day, in a 10 man you're competing for fucking Discord elo, get your name out there. And just trying to improve the game, right? But if I'm just saying, if 10 man server is running shit better, obviously they had some hiccups towards the beginning because I don't think Beezer and Terra, everybody expected to fucking blow up like it did.
It was a shit show because no one expected.
And there were some issues definitely with like roles. Those were some issues.
Hey, I think that the one thing that I think every 10 man server is going to have an issue with, unless they decide to give their players moss, is the issues of people closet cheating in their 10 mans. I can tell you right now, there are 2 to 3 people that I can fairly certain say are closet cheating that I have seen playing in the 10-mans. I don't know if they have been removed or anything, but there are people in there that do closet cheat.
I have seen a few of the reports like sent to like Beezer or Heems, and they've been pretty quick with the bans.
Shout out to Heems, by the way, very underrated guy. He does a good job
He's a
managing
great
shit.
admin. He's a really good admin.
Really good manager, and I haven't played with him, but I'm sure he's a good player too.
Isn't he a coach? He's a coach, right? Isn't he coach?
Yeah, the coaches are always the best players.
Who's he coach? I'm right. No,
No, he's a
No,
coach.
Yeah, right. I don't remember.
For
I don't know.
Swift Uprising, no, not Swift
No,
Uprising.
no.
Inc, right?
I'm sure.
Oh,
I'm
Swift
sorry.
Yo, let's talk about Swift Uprising actually. So
Swift Uprising.
So Yoki.
Oh, he's just the coach for Homeland.
Homeland. Okay, we're sorry about that one. That was a fucking
Yeah,
hell.
sorry, James.
We saw the formation of Noctis GG.
The formation of Noctis GG.
They picked up Yoki, Audi, Hazmat,
not even
Okami.
Audi, right? Was that even a thing?
Okami and Audi, yeah. Okay.
But roster changes have happened. They Audi went and joined Swift Uprising. Noctis picked up Warrior.
Pick up for Swift Uprising. We'll talk about that later.
Warrior is a fucking fantastic
let's
pickup
back
for
up
Noctis.
a little. What happened originally with Noctis, which I feel is very strange, it was minus Hazmat, plus Hazmat, minus Audi, plus Warrior.
Warrior's good. Like nothing.
Warrior's nuts.
Crazy.
That motherfucker is dropping double digits every map without fail. He is insane.
Warrior's good for sure.
Yeah, I'm going to start target banning Ash against him. That's a different story. Oh my god, I couldn't hit him.
I think that's just a really good representation of just how T3 lays out. Where
Bro, yeah, like minus Hazmax as he was playing entry, they dropped him before even making a role switch, and then they picked him up on a different role.
It wasn't even a week and he got dropped. That is insane.
Yeah, if you look at the announcement for the roster, it's like not even like a week after there was a change. Like Jesus. Right.
I mean, okay, well if it's a new roster team, like Yoki and Okami, like all the players on that team have known of each other for a while, but regardless, if it's a new team and you find out you're just not jiving, it happens. Sometimes a roster change will need to be made early.
Yeah, definitely. That's true.
But try your role changes before you get to the dropping people part.
Try to get along before you just say you hate someone. Like, come on, man. This is the T3 drama. This shit happens all the time, and it's honestly a little hilarious.
Well, T3 rosters are definitely a wide span of topics, or a wide topic that we can talk about.
We're always in the shuffle down here in T3.
Who would y'all argue currently is the best underage T3 team? Because there are a few T3 teams that are 18 and up and just haven't called for CL yet, or they never will, but I'm just saying, not everyone makes it. I'm probably not going to fucking make it.
That is true.
That's a really hard question. I honestly don't know.
Right? I mean, just because we got our shit rolled out and laid out by Amarok, they are definitely
no. It's not Amarok. No,
well, I mean, Amarok is extremely good.
They're not a number one team, but they are up there.
Definitely. I think if Amarok sticks to the grind, they can be.
No, not the best.
They're not the best. Well, I mean, that's subjective. They are extremely talented guys, though. So, Amarok, keep your grind up. My take right now, probably the new In Control roster. Those guys have looked fucking nasty. Those guys
really good.
They look fucking insane.
And have you heard about do we want to talk about rumors here or no on this podcast?
As long as anyone hearing this realizes that we're not out here to spread bad blood or anything, and that we're just
not even expecting it to blow up. We're just fucking talking. Like this is if you get pissed off about this, just come on. It's relax.
Yeah, no. Shoot me a DM on Discord. We can talk.
All right, but okay, fine. I'll talk about it. I've heard Woods to Lycus Empire. That
Woods to Lycus?
Woods. I've heard that. Definitely
in place of who? I actually forgot to mention him. the current Lycus Empire roster, they are also
They're
really
off the
fucking good.
shits. That is
Yeah,
true.
I
but,
saw
like,
like I
completely
remember
forgot about
seeing
that
them in
roster.
EPS. That comeback versus fucking NSL. That was
Yeah.
crazy. That was crazy.
And they had a comeback against they made Powerhouse disband. When they were down like 2-6 and then they on theme park and then they brought it back and won.
Well, that was
They're
the
really
old
good.
powerhouse.
Everyone on Lycus Empire is insane. Everyone, all 5
Woods
players
to
are
that
really
team
good.
would be good. Another mention for one of the best or better T3 teams. Obviously, you got to throw in like Homeland and Wichita, but in particular, Phantom Troop. They are tearing shit up too.
They dropped Poison left.
Poison left. That's a
Or
shame.
like yesterday, I think.
Oh yeah, no, I think I saw his tweet about that. Either
Yeah.
way, Phantom Troop, Proco, and all those guys are fucking crazy. They're doing an insane job.
I don't think Proco's not on Phantom Troop.
It's
It's Dami that's on Phantom Troop.
Well, we
no, I'm
apologize.
for
Elias
no, I no
Elias is a
no
little slow in the
Twitter.com.
membrane.
No, Twitter.com. Proco, show me. Hey,
Alright,
wait,
well,
no.
While you catch up, Sam, you want to move on?
Okay.
Okay, let's hear
The
it.
latest Siege GG thing for fucking Phantom Troop is Adapt, Dami, Proco, Wings, and then Poison, who is now gone. But no, Proco's
Okay,
on.
yeah.
Yeah, suck my fucking nuts.
Sam's still right, so I think
It
we can
says
move
top
on.
R6 player 4, and then it doesn't have a. He's definitely not on Phantom Troop. You know what?
Bro, I have the image.
Elias, no one cares.
Okay, well, alright, fuck me then.
Okay, maybe he is. Okay, he probably is. Okay, you know what? We're just gonna move on
Yeah,
from Phantom
fuck you.
Troop. They're good. We all know they're good.
I'm right, bitch.
There's a lot of teams with potential. Everyone keep their grind up, stay
Everyone
together.
in EPS is good. All the teams in EPS are good. Versity's really good.
Intervention is pretty good.
Valkyrie's really good. Everyone,
Intervention
X24.
is really good. I'll get
X24 is super underrated. On Team Versity, what's his name? He's so underrated. I can't even remember his name. He's let me search it up.
He's so underrated.
He's so yeah. He's pretty fucking underrated.
Hang on, give me a second.
You got to get your brain jogging.
All right.
No,
Sam,
I
do
gotta
we have
look
any
at my
other talking
Twitter.
points, or are we?
Yeah, we have
the
more.
end
Of course,
the
we have
show?
more. Tater. He's so good. He's so good. He's so underrated.
Burnt turkey. Burnt turkey. I'm sure that people in the T3 community have some differing opinions on burnt turkey, but he's doing Project Crimson a service.
Yeah, Project Crimson. Congratulations to them. They won Upsurge.
It was UML.
Whatever.
Quite frankly, I'm gonna be honest. If anyone from Project Crimson ends up hearing that, y'all did not deserve to be in UML. Y'all should have been up there and competing against much better teams.
I think they know that. They
Project Crimson and Infamous, y'all are both great teams. I hope that if y'all decide to go for the next season of Upsurge, that you qual for something higher than UML. I know that us personally on BME didn't do fantastic, having to take the old Orgs roster spot on it, but like there are some teams in UML, man, that were just not fantastic.
Yeah, UML a joke. But anyway, except of course for Urnham Academy, Project Crimson, and
yeah, those three teams should not have been in UML. They should have been higher.
BME's pretty good too. They're okay. They're okay.
BME is fucking dog shit. They're still looking for a player.
Oh yeah,
because another one of their players chose to leave out of the blue.
But not if you suck. Don't hit him up if you suck.
We are LFT, by the way, like a flex player or like
that's insane, man.
or like a sick ass entry. Like either way, like I'm not a support player. I'll help you, please.
Right. Anyway, Infamous. I love Infamous. I love Slickly. He's one of my favorite T3 players. But Infamous, they Rubno, he left or tried. I don't know what happened. But
I don't know. We scrimmed him earlier today.
Like a really good entry, bro. Nasty team. Everyone on the team's nasty.
Yeah. Fuck that motherfucker. He swings everything with smoke. Fuck you, bitch.
Jesus Christ, son. What the fuck?
Man, I died to that like 3 times. I hate you. I hate you.
No.
Who?
Don't.
No.
No, you're gonna have to cut that shit out. Dude.
I'm not cutting
what
anything.
The fuck?
Wait, who, Saad? Who?
Rum num.
Oh, Rob, no.
Bro, I got so mad. I was heated in scrims today. You don't understand.
It wasn't even scrims, it was tryouts.
It's the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then again, I'm
Anyway,
fairly certain that they were trying people out too. Like, it was, at the end of the day, it's just a fucking scrim.
I hold
Okay.
Neither team is going to play like that on game day, I'll tell you that.
all right, guys. Let's talk about Swift Uprising. And
With the addition of Audi?
Yes.
Yes, that is going to be a roster to look out for. If my predictions are going to be even somewhat accurate, I do believe that it'll take them a little bit to adapt to picking up Audi. They'll kind of falter at first, but I do think that if they stick with it, that roster is going to be able to do some shit. They were already able to do good beforehand, but Audi is one of those players that if you know that he's a valuable player to pick up. He's a great addition to any roster.
Swift Uprising on Coastline and them absolutely wrecking my shit.
God, don't play Coastline.
Coastline,
you can lose.
No, Coastline is.
I just remember sitting in office as Jaeger, and then just getting my fucking shit slammed by Modelo. G8 Warrior just absolutely fucking pre-fired my shit, and I'm like,
you say that like you didn't run fucking G8 only in our coast scrims when you were on the team.
Like I didn't drop.
This is also true. This is true. This is true. Shut up.
Thank you. Okay, moving on.
More drama we should talk about. Elias got 55% on his poll for Saad Said Shut Up, and yet he still failed to change his name to Saad Said Shut Up. What does that say about integrity, Mr. Elias?
So, on the concept of integrity, don't care. Didn't ask. I'm going to name my alt what I want to name it. And Saad Said Shut Up is actually prohibited by the Ubisoft fucking...
You could have used a V.
No, I'm not doing Saad Said Shut Up. Or Shut Up. Or any of that shit. No, it's all or nothing, bitch.
You didn't even choose Sailboat. Like, that was the runner-up. You didn't even choose the runner-up.
I'm saying that.
Well, no, it's because afterwards I was listening to like my favorite band as of late. I looked at their name and I was like, that would look sick as fuck as a Uplay name.
Shell.
You look like an e-girl with a U.
I look like an e-girl, dude. That's you know what? If someone wants to hit me up and get some e-bussy, then it is what it is.
Nice.
What?
Huh?
Okay.
Let's move on, Sam.
No, I'm out of topics. Anybody have anything else?
I just want to say, if anyone listens to this, this has been super scuffed. All of this was off the dome. Future productions of this should be a bit of a higher quality.
Future productions of this will actually be like viable to listen to. Like this.
I don't want to say scripted, but there'll definitely be shit that is planned out in advance.
It'll definitely be so much better once we get guests on here. Like if you are a T3 player and you're like known and good, you don't have to be known, but you have to be like at least good. Definitely.
We say that like we're known or good, but it's whatever.
We want to have more than one person like at a time on the show, so like don't think that you're like please. It would be so interesting to get your point of view on everything. Please DM us on Twitter, something.
We could even do team mediation between teams that hate each other. We're down.
Yeah, if you know someone that you just want to fucking destroy on a podcast, get them on here.
And most of all, what I think needs to be said is for all of this, I personally, I don't know about Saad and Sam, but everything I said during this was not meant. If you listen to this and you feel bad about something, or I said some shit that like riles you up or fucks with you, please shoot me a DM on Twitter at R6Sale or on Discord if you got me there, so we can talk about it. Right? Like I don't actually have anything against anyone. I'm just saying shit how I see it, but my eyes can be a little fucked up sometimes.
I'll say
like we didn't need any of this to like at all to like shoot a shot at anybody. Because who the fuck are we to do that? So
Yeah, exactly. We're not anybody in particular, so.
I'll just say, if anyone has any grievances with any of my comments, don't care, didn't ask. We're done.
GG's, yo.
GG's. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll see you next week with another episode, less scuffed, hopefully without Elias, and hopefully with some
Bro,
guests.
what the fuck?
No, Elias will be here. What are you talking about?
I might appear sporadically.
We'll figure it out.
Okay, right.
Anyways, thanks everybody for listening, and we'll see you next week.
Mwah.